Hi, this is Cooking with Eva the Diva. Woo, that's me. Anyway, today I am going to be making homemade grilled chicken sandwiches. So first, let's get our chicken. This chicken is just a regular chicken breast, buy it from any store, wherever you like. But you see this nasty part here? That's the fat, and I don't like it on my chicken breast. All right. So if you can tell, the lining here, that is the grain. And this is a little thick to have for a chicken breast. So what we're going to do is I'm going to slice it. I'm going to keep my hand flat. I'm going to slice it right down the middle or in between. Okay? So that gives a nice little part right here. Then it has a better little flat right here. Now, please, I apologize. This is, my first YouTube video as well as first time really trying to do these chicken sandwiches. So, here's another piece. This one has a lot more fat. So we're going to just cut it on down real quick, and it helps to have a very sharp knife. If you don't have a really sharp knife, then it's going to be hard. See, nice and sharp. Nice sharp. Prior to the taping of the video, to the beginning of the recording, I did sharpen my knife. And I might do a YouTube video later on of how I do it, just to see if I can get Gordon Ramsay to cuss me out and be like, "You're doing it all bleepity bleep bleep wrong." It'd be funny. Anyway, today we also have my son Vincent. He is recording, and he has his own YouTube channel. I don't recommend subscribing to it just because it's about video games. If you like video games, then you definitely want to do it. So, this chicken here is quite thick. So we're going to try to get it in the middle as best as possible. Again, keeping our hands flat, otherwise with this knife you can go and cut straight through it. See? Through your hand, not just through the chicken breast. So that'll be nice there. Some of these pieces too, if you think that they're too wide, you can shave them down some more, like this. And then by doing that, you can have some like chicken tenders or some chicken fries if you want to be. Who's doing chicken fries? Is that a Burger King? I think Burger King's doing chicken fries. Anyway, so now we have a nice little fillet. All right, one more piece because there's just right now the three of us that we're going to be eating. My partner has very quietly abdicated where she's going. Abdicated coming over here and intervening. I'm sure she'll be in some of the other videos. Alright, so again, I'm just sitting here cutting off the fat. And I also like to feel the chicken, feeling it to see if there's any hard spots. Like this is kind of bruised here. And it's also kind of hard. So I'm going to cut that out as well. I don't like having hard chicken. I like my chicken to be nice and moist. So let's see, almost done. Looks like it was bruised a little bit. And yes, I'm not exactly using proper knife techniques. Technically, it's this way, getting it nice and gripped. Okay. I'm going to take that part off there too. Let's see. Again, another nice thick piece of chicken. I'm just slicing it through. Whenever you first start doing this, go slow because that way you can get used to where everything is. You don't want to bring it up. You don't want to slice through it too fast and then again cut off that palm of your hand because it will. Now my mother is the one who first started wearing gloves whenever she was cooking, and I made fun of her. I did. I was like, why are you doing that? It's like, it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I was like, you need to be one with the meat. But I see the importance of it now with the chicken, salmonella, things like that. So, you can see here we have the fats and things. We're just going to throw that away. Don't zoom in on that. And then these are the other little scraps that we're going to either grill up or batter and fry later. So, I'm going to put it here in my pan, in my little bowl. Okay, so as you can see, I have my chicken in this bowl. I have my gloves over here off on the side, and I am using some McCormick garlic powder. I'm sorry, I don't measure. I visualize. And if you subscribe to my blog at Beginner Chefs with an S Creations at .wordpress.com, you'll read my 5 senses being used in the kitchen. So that's about how much how much garlic I have in there, because I'm going to go. And then my family likes lemon pepper. I personally don't, but you know what? I cook for the crowds. So I'm just going to, douse it with that, kind of heavily, because I want that to soak into the meat, and I want it to be nice and flavorful. And also, I smell it. That's very important to me. I find that it helps whenever you smell this. And then this is some herb de Provence, or herbs of Provence, whichever way you want to say it. And I just grind it up between my fingers. Alright, now we're also going to do some seasoned salt, Lowry seasoned salt. I usually don't use this very often, but it's slowly starting to find its way into my seasoning heart. Then we also have some onion powder that we're going to put in here. I don't normally like onion powder, especially not this kind, because it comes out so powdery. And it seems like it has a stronger taste. Alright. Now this is a specialty smoked paprika. I like smoked paprika. It's done in most of my dishes, but it's sometimes kind of hard to find. See, smoked paprika. That one here I had to buy from Walmart because of where I was. I usually can get it from wherever your grocery store is. I'm adding some more salt just to have a little bit more. Make sure the seasonings are really sunk in. My grandmother would always say, if there's not enough salt, then it's not flavored properly. And this is just some regular corn oil. You can use olive oil, vegetable oil. Just put some in there. That was probably maybe about a tablespoon. Anyway, I'm going to put one of these gloves back on. And I'm going to start mixing the chicken breast together in that seasonings. This way it gets it completely coated all around. I can make sure that's all in there. And the oil will help it keep it from not sticking to the grill. And it'll just be really nice and continue to be flavorful, and make sure it's on every crook and cranny of that chicken breast. Yes, I love to massage these breasts. Just kidding. Okay. So, and this also gives me a way to make sure that once the chicken is completely seasoned with the oil and on there, I can bring it to and kind of smell it. And you smell it this way. I learned that from a chemistry teacher. Because if you smell it just like this, you don't always get exactly what the whiff of its smell is. And you don't want to do it with your hand that's seasoned, otherwise you're just going to get the seasoned smell on your hand. So you do it with a clean hand. You kind of smell, I'm like, whether you need one thing or the other. And I think actually we got it pretty well seasoned this time. Otherwise I'd be dousing it back some more with more seasoning. Okay, so we're going to let that sit, and we're going to go warm up our grill and see what else we're going to have for our side dishes. So just give us a minute. We'll be right. So because we are starting this new YouTube channel, I had to go splurge a little bit. And we got this brand new grill. It's very nice. It's called the Next Grill, and it's so easy to light too. You just flip this knob, push it in, kind of bring it to that plus button, and you hear it, and it lit. Alright, so we're going to get this grill all started and heated up. And we're going to do that just turn the burners on basically high. Okay, starting to warm up. And we're going to flip this down and just let it sit here for about good 10 minutes or so, until this gets up to probably about 600 or 700 degrees, so it's nice and hot, so nice, get that meat a good sear. Okay, So while the grill is warming up, I'm going to come in and get my buns. These buns, not my buns, all warmed up. So I'm going to take some butter and actually let me get a butter knife. I don't want to use that knife. Take some butter and then cut it into like tablespoons, teaspoons, however you want to say that. I'm cutting them into squares. Okay? I'm going to put them in this little bowl here. I'm going to put them in the microwave. Put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds after I add some garlic powder to it. Garlic powder to it. I'm going to do this so that whenever I spread it onto the buns, it's going to season it and help it taste kind of like really bring with the flavoring all together. So come with me. Just put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. I have a fancy little thing here. That's going to warm up. So we could have also used some garlic salts, but I figured the chicken's going to have enough salt in it. I really don't want to make my family go into a cholesterol fit. So you also need to check and make sure, because you don't want the butter to get so soft that it actually starts melting, that it melts too much. So I think a few more moments in there will be fine. 30 seconds would be good. And also remember, always when taking out something out of the microwave, it's going to be hot. So some type of protection would be good. Okay, so we're going to use these because I'm taking them before I'm just out of the microwave. That way it's not hot, it's not too hot, and it's all good to go. So with this butter, as it's in here, you know, some of it is melting. You just take it and start mixing it in with everything. That way you get all the seasonings all throughout the butter and can start either firming up, or if it continues to melt, that's fine. Just pop it back in the refrigerator for a few moments. Whoops, see there. And just keep going on it. Pause it. Okay, so since I got my butter a little too warm, but it needs to be warm because it's true butter and it is not, that's my dog, and it's not soft, naturally soft, I had to go ahead and put it back in the freezer for just a few moments to let it try to really refirm. So in the meantime, we're going to take our buns and I'm going to cut them lengthwise. There's several ways you could try to do this, but I'm going to cut them lengthwise, not all the way through. Okay, just partially through, and just flip them open like this so you can get enough, see enough of the inside of it. If you were to cut it like this, basically your sandwiches would be about that big, but then all this bread. This way you get the full length of the bread, and it's easier to maintain and make room for more stuffing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to about, these are pretty big sandwiches, and we're all technically on a diet. So I'm going to do only about 3 of those. I have another one over here. It's all already done. And then I'm going to take this, and whenever the butter's when the butter is firmed up again a little bit, I'm going to take it and spread it on the inside, and then just throw them in the oven closed and toast them for on 500 degrees for about no more than 5 minutes. So I think they'll burn. So we will go and put the chicken on the grill in just a moment. Don't start it yet. Okay, so we've gotten it around 600-700 degrees on the inside, so it'll be nice and perfect for searing. We don't want to touch that because it's going to be hot. So let's see if we can, if it's as hot as I want it. We're going to listen for it to sizzle. Perfect sound. You want to make sure it's nice and hot. Plus the oil that I put on here is going to help it not stick as badly. I think that's like the underestimated key to everything whenever you're cooking on the grill, is to always put just a little bit of oil in there on the meat, whatever you're using, to keep it from burning and sticking to that grill. So we're just going to lay these on here. I like to kind of do the outside down. This one I didn't. I wasn't paying attention. That's my bad. We're just going to put them down. Let them sizzle and sear. Get those nice grill marks on them. And we're going to go ahead and close this and let them cook like that. Oh, it's hard to say. We'll just, I'll start timing it now. I'll tell you exactly how long I left them on there before I flip them. All right, we're gonna head back in the kitchen, see if that butter's nice and firm yet. Yeah. Is it recording? Okay, so as you can see, our butter's been firmed up. You know, it's not completely firm, but it's firm enough that it's gonna actually kind of get onto the bread and stick to it. So let's go ahead and put this on. So we're gonna open these nice and wide. And it's still liquid enough that you can just kind of plop it on there and then spread it through. You do want it kind of thick so it'll seep in, and just push it down a little bit. And now it's on the other side. Woohoo! Alright, if you feel like this side needs more, then just go ahead and pick some up and plop it on there. Alright. That one's about to tear up. And as you get to the bottom of this, you'll see that, oh, wait a minute, the edges are nice and getting nice and firm. So that's always good too. Nice firm butter is always best. So notice that cooking with butter instead of margarine has made a big difference in the results of my food. Has a buttery taste. It's not, you know, watery. I don't add additional seasonings to it necessarily. It kind of really takes on the flavor that I like it to take on. So I've already have the oven preheated to 500 degrees. My son's trying to take care of all of that. Make sure all those videos are posted. Anyway, as I'm finishing these up, I'm gonna then put them in. I'm gonna check on that chicken first and see exactly where we're at on that before I put these in. Otherwise these buns will be hot, but everything else will be cold. Okay. So we're just going to put them on a nice little cookie sheet. Keep them closed. All be nice and good and delicious. Alright, and I'm going to check on that chicken.
I'm paused.
Okay, so this piece here is thinner. You can see that it's white on the edges, mostly, and then the thicker part is still pink. But it has some pretty nice grill marks. Well, kind of grill marks. This is a new one, so I'm still working on it. So, we're going to keep going. That one's not quite good yet. So, I'll go ahead and restart this side. It had gotten a little too hot earlier. And just pop those up just a little bit more. And just keep it going. Okay, so as I wanted to point out, can you hear that? The nice sizzle and crispiness. That's how you know that it's also hot enough. Before it wasn't quite hot enough. See how this has better striations, grill marks? So I'm going to go ahead and start flipping this over. That's the thinner piece, so I'm going to put it over here away from the heat, so it'll still kind of keep cooking, but it's not going to do all the crazy stuff that this is going to do over here. With some more of that direct heat over here, it's kind of cooler, so I'm going to really try to get that over there and really cooking really nice and well. Alright. Pause it.
Say your outro.
What? So what I did, the chicken was on this one side for about 10 minutes, which is what I was thinking initially, but I didn't want to say that and it not be right. And it would have probably been a little bit better once I get more accustomed to how this grill works, because I'm used to working with a little less adequate grill. Yes, that one over there. So we will get back with you as soon as possible. So I'll get back with you whenever I am ready to take these off of the grill. And I'm going to go ahead and go put those buns in the oven. No, not this oven. Okay, so this is a meat thermometer. I'll check the internal temperature. I'm just saying that that one is totally done. Alright, so these pieces of chicken are totally done. Definitely need to make sure that is true. Alright. Okay. Now we're going to take these off. We have our buns done in there. I'm going to turn this off here. Okay, we're gonna grab those off of the grill, and we're gonna start assembling our sandwiches. I'm like so excited. All right, so I did only warm up 3 buns, and we have basically 6 pieces of chicken. So what we're gonna probably do is I'm gonna use the bigger pieces of chicken, and then I'm gonna use the smaller pieces and chop them up, and then I'm gonna have them for a chicken salad for tomorrow. So let's go assemble these sandwiches. I have taken the buns out of the oven. They're nice and crunchy on the outside, soft and nice and delicious on the inside. I have let them kind of warm down, or cool down, sorry, not warm down. Cool down so they're good to the touch. Just going to take this on over here. And we're going to get to assembling. Okay, so I've discovered this Heinz real mayonnaise. We usually use Miracle Whip mayo, and it's been fine, but this seems to be the more natural route. So what we'll do, we'll just lather this on. Sometimes I'll take orders, how do you want your sandwich made? But for this, we're just going to do it my way. So it's some mayonnaise, and I put it on both sides. Just get that nice, some people like it thick. I liked it to just like slightly flavor my bread, but that's just me. Alright, we're going to pick out a nice piece of chicken here. There we go. Take this nice piece. And as you can tell, since you cut it lengthwise, it's going to cover most of that chicken's going to fit perfectly on that bun. Okay. Now we have some onions. Some people don't like onions. Some people do. I'm a lover of onions. I'm like, I don't care if you kiss me with that onion breath. I'm totally fine with that. All right, and then we have lettuce. Let us give thanks for this food tonight. Okay. And in all actuality, in hindsight, I should have put the cheese on first. Why, you may ask? Because you want to be able to melt that cheese. The delicious, delicious cheese. Okay. Just assemble it that way. I'm going to take our bread knife here. Cut it in half. And voila, there you go. You can also take and grill up some bacon and put some tomatoes on there and make it really nice, delicious, like, you know, chicken bacon sandwich or a Wendy's ciabatta grilled chicken sandwich. So let's see how this sucker tastes. Mmm. Delicious. It's still nice and, sorry. It's nice and juicy. It's not dry. So we did a really good job on this. Excuse me. I'm going to finish eating now.